120036. All religions are welcome. All matters private and confidential. Mother Kalimata Astrology.
Guyana. August 1st, 2024, all roads lead to the National Park as the African Cultural and Development Association, ACTA, hosts its 31st Annual Emancipation Festival, Guyana's biggest cultural festival. Come celebrate our collective African heritage with African food, dance, fashion, history, storytelling, sports, and much more. Gates open at 10 a.m. sharp. Come, let's celebrate our resilient African essence, Harambe, we all hold together.
Top stories this evening sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. PPP is not protecting the Mohamed, says VP Jagdeo. Government writes the IRS and the FBI seeking information. Mohamed's Cambio license revoked. We need to protect our financial system, says VP Jagdeo. Bartica mother and children killed in fire. 4 years later, families still to acquire remains. Peters Hall residents close to New Harbour Bridge take the government to court. Matter adjourned to August 7. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Travis Chase with the Thursday, June 13 edition of the HGP Nightly News. We have what you need to know this evening. We begin first up by telling you that the United States Internal Revenue Service, IRS, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation have been written to as the government of Guyana seeks more information on allegations of gold smuggling and tax evasion by the Mohamed's family. Here is more.
Following sanctions by the United States against gold exporters Nazar and Azruddin Mohamed and Permanent Secretary within the Ministry of Labor May Thomas, Vice President Barra Jagdeo has given government's commitment to fully investigate the allegations contained in the sanctions.
We intend to fully investigate this matter. We intend to prosecute those who break their law.
Mr. Jagdeo said that Finance Minister Dr. Ashley Singh has written to the United States Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control, while head of the Guyana Revenue Authority, Godfrey Stacia, wrote to the Internal Revenue Services, IRS, asking for information on the matter before the 31st of December 2024.
So we want to know who the officials are, the government officials. We have asked the U.S. government at at a top level, the Secretary of the Treasury of the United States of America, we wrote directly to her asking for all of the information about these illegal transactions, the smuggling, as well as all the government officials involved.
The United States Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, has accused the Mohammeds of allegedly evading $50 million in duty taxes to the government by allegedly omitting more than 10,000 kilograms of gold from import and export declarations between 2019 and 2023. Mr. Jagdio is now saying that the government is not protective of the Mohammeds.
So we are neither protecting the Mohammeds, nor are we witch hunting the Mohammeds. We've made it clear from the very beginning that people who break the law will face the consequences.
The Guyana government on Tuesday sent Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Labour, May Thomas, on leave, hours after OFAC linked her to several alleged crimes with the Mohammeds.
Mr. Stacia, who was at GRA throughout in the 2015 to 2020 period too, he was there and now he's still there as head of GRA. We asked whether he had received from the U.S. government any specific information about gold smuggling and names of people involved. The answer was no.
The Treasury Department also blacklisted businesses owned by the Mohammeds, Hadi's World and Team Mohammed's racing team. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Another developing story, government has now revoked the Cambio license of the Mohammed's family as there is now swift action to protect the country's financial systems in light of sanctions by the United States. Here's more.
There is word from Vice President Barra Jagdio that government is now in haste to protect the country's financial system, considering sanctions issued against the Mohammed's family and People's Progressive Party Civic Permanent Secretary May Thomas.
And we want to safeguard our financial system. That would mean exposures of our bank to the Mohammeds and any other matter that may have a direct bearing of a financial nature on our system, because we are obligated to do so under the sanctions.
Given that financial institutions and persons who engage in certain transactions or activities with the Mohammeds and individuals may expose themselves to sanctions or be subject to an enforcement action, the Bank of Guyana has immediately revoked the license granted to the Mohammeds to buy and sell foreign currency.
The central bank has notified us that they have already indicated to the Mohammeds that they will cancel their Cambio license.
Mr. Jagdio said that the central bank has been asked to prepare a report following sanctions by the United States.
Now, we have also asked on Tuesday that the FIU and the Bank of Guyana to prepare a report on the implications of the sanction for our financial system.
On the issue of contracts, the United States accused the Mohammeds of bribing government officials for contracts. The National Procurement and Tender Administration Board has now come under the spotlight.
I asked the National Procurement and Tender Administration Board, MPTAB, to tell us how many contracts the Mohammeds had since 2020. I don't know before, but since 2020.
The government is now out of the starting blocks as it seeks to investigate allegations of gold smuggling and money laundering. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
On the police blotter 4 years after a woman and her 2 children were burned to death by her partner, their bodies are yet to be handed over to relatives. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
On December 12, 2020, 44-year-old Carolyn Ann Kennedy, a housewife and her 2 daughters, Mariana Downer 5 and Gabriella Kennedy 3, all a 4-mile squatting area, Bartica, Potara Road, perished in a fire, which was set by Kennedy's partner. The late woman's brother, Ian Kennedy, on Thursday told Nightly News that the bereaved family has been frustrated for the past 4 years since they were unable to obtain the remains of his sister and his 2 nieces for burial. The bereaved brother claimed that when he called the Bartica police station last year, the authorities advised him to travel to Georgetown to pick up his sister's remains from the parlor.
When I go, the same thing they're telling me. You gotta get the DNA, the police report, and what's not. When you go back to Bartica now, they tell you, go to town. When I come to town, they tell me go back to Bartica. So they got me up and down, up and down.
Kennedy, in expressing his frustration, said on Wednesday he again traveled from Bartica to Georgetown and was informed at the Evelyn police station that the remains were at the Bartica police station because that is the jurisdiction where the offense occurred.
And nowadays they was telling me, go to town, go to town, go to town, go to town. It's wasting time and wasting money. Enough money don't spend already.
The man added that his mother, who passed away earlier this year, was in mourning and wished for her daughter and grandchildren to receive justice.
She's 74 years of age when the incident happened to she too, so I don't know. Sometimes she must take a thing because it's so long and she can't get the body back.
Kennedy said on Thursday he visited the Memorial Gardens Funeral Home and Crematorium and was given an estimate of $340,000 to receive the remains. Additionally, Kennedy revealed that he was also informed by the police that the accused was sentenced to life in prison.
I wanted justice, that everything must, you must be able to pay for what you do.
The brother is calling on the government for immediate assistance with paying the parlor so that he can take his sister and his nieces back to Bartica and lay them to rest. According to reports on December 12, 2020, at around 21:30, police received a call about a fire at 4 Miles Housing Scheme squatting area, Bartica, and on arrival, the wooden structure was set on fire and was completely engulfed in flames. When the fire was extinguished, what appeared to be the charred remains of 3 human beings were found in the corner of the house. Police then searched the area and the suspect was found in close proximity of the house with injuries about his body. He was then escorted to the Bartica hospital and later charged with 3 counts of murder. Tiana reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Transitions Light Intelligent Lenses. Pick your color. Choose your style. Available at Optique Vision Care.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1 634. SNL Electrical Inc. Powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
Father's Day is here, and Digicel has the perfect gift for dad. Get amazing discounts and gifts when you purchase a handset. Grab the Samsung A05 for just $19,500 or the Samsung A25 for $43,000. And that's not all. With every purchase, you'll receive a free 30-day data plan and a free mug for dad. Don't miss out. Offer valid while stocks last. Visit a Digicel store today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. 7 weeks since the death of prospective buyer of the Guyana Marriott Hotel, Vice President Bartica says government is not desperate to sell the state-owned property. Antonio Day reports.
Following the death of Egyptian-born American businessman Rami El-Bachari on April 23, 2024, who was the potential buyer of the hotel, Vice President Bartica, when questioned by the press last Friday on the government's next step, the government appears to be buying itself some more time.
That company, the offer revolves a lot around that gentleman. So there is a second-rank bidder, but I don't know where NISL is in the discussion with the second-rank bidder. We are not desperate to sell the Marriott.
El-Bachari's bid was $90 million, while the second bidder, Ravindra Maniram Prasad, came through with $86 million. Asked if he thinks the hotel would be potentially sold to the second bidder, the Vice President noted that it would be determined by the National Industrial and Commercial Investments Limited, also known as NISL. However, in the same breath, the Vice President pointed out that the possibility exists that the second bidder may be considered.
If the second offer is concluded, I think it's about $86 million. The first one was 91, and the second was $86 million. And if it doesn't go through, it's fine. The Marriott is still there, 100% owned by the government.
Meanwhile, CEO of NISL, Radhakrishna Sharma, when contacted by this newscast, said that at this juncture of the negotiations for the sale of the hotel, there has not been any substantial developments. Sharma noted that once there are new developments, this media agency would be informed. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The matter involving several Peters Hall residents who took the government to court after receiving eviction notices will return to court on August 7. Carice Gonzalez has been following the developments, and she reports now.
Peters Hall residents on Wednesday challenged the government in court regarding compensation packages, as they seek concessions similar to what was offered to other residents in the path of the new Demerara Bridge Road project. The matter was heard on Wednesday, and following the sit-in, attorney at law Roysdale Ford informed the press that they challenged the government's property valuations in the defense affidavits, after several disparities were discovered. Ford highlighted the discrepancies between the government's proposed property values and those asserted by the residents, leading to the adjournment of the case for further deliberation.
The court put down a schedule or timeline which would lead to a trial on the 7th of August, in which the issues of the market value and the other issues in relation to compensation will be determined on that day, which showed clearly a difference of $50 to $60 million in some instances.
However, attorney at law who is also representing Peters Hall residents, Candace Adams, reiterated that the court adjourned the matter until August 7, 2024, due to the lack of a consensus and the existence of two conflicting property valuations, which require expert assessment.
In order to determine that, the court will need to go to trial. They will need to put the experts on the stand.
Meanwhile, on the sidelines, attorney at law Ronald Birch Smith, who is representing the government, acknowledged the year-long efforts to determine fair compensation for the residents. noting their dissatisfaction and indicating that the court is now tasked with reaching a decision.
We're confident that the government's offers were fair and reasonable, and we expect that the court will make orders for possession and determine the values of orders. Unfortunately, the residents, as they're entitled to, have not accepted. And so we are at this stage where we're asking the court to make a determination of the values and the time for them to move.
On May 7, Minister of Public Works Warren Edgell conducted a visit to Peters Hall to deliver eviction and property demolition notices to the residents who declined the government's offer. The properties identified for compulsory acquisition were officially vested in the state of Guyana and published in the official gazette. According to Edgell, the government's offer to affected residents were based on expert valuations and were the result of a 2-year consultation process as stipulated by law. He further noted that offers were made based on fair market price. 15 persons, however, have objected to those offers, while 6 persons have agreed to a settlement. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
A 71-year-old ex-security guard of Roshan Khan's security group is calling on the high authorities to look into the unfair treatment he experienced after handing in his resignation. Daisy Richards reports.
Cyrus Williams, a 71-year-old resident of Sophia on Thursday, told Nightly News about the unfair treatment meted out to him by his ex-employer, Roshan Khan Security Service, also known as RKs. Williams, who said he was employed with the company for 3 years, claimed that the security service still owes him monies for 5 weeks of his annual leave. He said he has also engaged the Ministry of Labor.
The officer told them to give me all the money that due to me for my leave, which is 5 weeks. 2 weeks in 2022, 2023, and 2 weeks in 2024. With both are inclusive. And the 1 week leave that the public moved me in 2022.
He added that since he has been making great efforts to recover monies owed to him, the security company has been dodging and refused to give him the balance owed.
When I went to them now on Friday, I go in there about like 11:15. They have me sitting down waiting all the time. They come and they tell me that they're preparing my stuff. When they bring the stuff, they're bringing $16,000 to me. So I refuse to sign it. I said that is not my money. I have to get my exact money.
Williams added that he has since handed in his resignation, and if the company still refuses to give him what is owed to him, he will take legal action. Nightly News made several attempts to solicit a comment from RK Security, but it proved futile. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Thank you, Daisy. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Number 1 world famous astrologer and psychic, Astropandit Ishwar. Astrology prediction is God's gift, passed down from generation to generation. He is specialized in the removal of black magic, negative energy, bad luck, voodoo, evil spirits, your worries, and here, special guidance for broken relationships, husband and wife disputes. Expert in bringing back loved ones,
business problems, sexual problems, children's problems, family problems, health problems, domestic problems, and many more. 100% warranted result. All matters private and confidential. Call or WhatsApp now for book on appointment. And all religions are welcome.
In today's fast-paced world of modern finance, with its many options and opportunities, you will need good advice and help getting value for your money. Hand-in-Hand Trust is the way to go. From owning your own home or business with our residential and commercial mortgages to drive a new car with a vehicle loan, we'll help you realize your dreams. You can also access investment deposit accounts, share brokerage services, personal trust, thrift and pension plan trusteeship, property management, investment portfolio management, safe deposit boxes, the convenience of our Cambio, Western Union, and Bill Express services. Hand-in-Hand Trust for financial services and more, helping you get the most out of your financial resources and your life.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. Despite interventions by government, residents of Rupununi Region 9 are still dealing with the harsh effects of flood waters. More details from Daisy Richards.
Speaking to Nightly News on Thursday, Opposition Member of Parliament Vincent Henry highlighted that the recent flooding in Rupununi Region 9 was not the worst as compared to floods from the past. However, he added that due to the recent inclement weather conditions transitioning from La Nina to the rainy season, farmers were also grappling with damages from insects, especially for their cassava farms.
Not only people want to live, but insects and animals, etc., they want to live too. So what we found that just when the rain started, we had the caterpillars coming out in droves and really feasting and damaging people's farms, especially their cassava farm. And after the caterpillar, we had bugs.
Henry added that when there are floods in the region, cassava is usually the first crop that is destroyed, and as such, many residents have been trying to harvest what remained in their farms.
The first crop that gets submerged and destroyed is the cassava, because the water would rot the roots, and then when the sun comes out, it boils the rotted root.
Cassava, being the main staple of the region, has dwindled due to the weather conditions, and according to Henry, residents are hoping to receive further relief in the coming weeks. Henry highlighted that calls from the residents have not fallen on deaf ears because the government has also tried to offer a helping hand.
They have been doing assessments, etc., and they have been, I remember I raised an issue of the cassava shortage at Parliament, and they did send in some cassava stems and actual cassava, but I had to raise the issue again to say it was not enough.
Although the residents are looking for better days, Henry highlighted that it continues to rain. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
The Ministry of Health on Wednesday launched a telemedicine unit in Waramaru Village, Moruca Sub-District Region 1 to expand healthcare access in remote communities. More from Carice Gonzalez.
On Wednesday, the Ministry of Health launched a telemedicine unit in the Warramuri Health Center, located in the Moruca Sub-District Region 1, with the aim of enhancing healthcare services in the area. This telemedicine system is tailored to provide Warramuri residents with access to specialized medical services, including ultrasounds, cardiology, and other healthcare services. According to Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony, leveraging Wi-Fi connectivity, The telemedicine system enables medical personnel to connect with doctors in different locations, facilitating diagnosis and treatment remotely.
Right, so she can talk to a doctor in Georgetown, and when she speaks to them, the doctor would come on the screen. You would be able to move some of the tools that we have, and we'll be able to take certain measurements.
Addressing the community, Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony revealed the establishment of 25 telemedicine sites across regions 1, 7, 8, and 9, with Warramuri being among the identified locations for expansion this year.
We had a team here that already installed the system, so it is functional. We can talk to anybody in Georgetown, and the secret is not only in Georgetown, you can talk to anybody, any part in the world.
Dr. Anthony, however, encouraged young individuals to enroll in training programs like the Registered Nurse RN and Nursing Assistant programs, underscoring the importance of building a skilled healthcare workforce.
Right here, they'll be able to use the system to access their courses, and they can do all their courses online. Right? So this is a way that the people can come here and learn.
I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
To end our lead stories, a Linden man has been charged with attempted murder and remanded to prison following a brawl at the seawall. Tiana Cole reports.
34-year-old Jason Lesbor of 119 Wisrock, Linden, appeared in the Georgetown Magistrates Court before Magistrate Annette Singh, where he was charged with attempted murder and inflicting grievous bodily harm. The charge stated that on May 25, 2024, at Highbridge Independence Boulevard, Georgetown, Lesbor attempted to commit murder on Leroy Guraya and inflicted grievous bodily harm on Alonzo McLean. He was not required to plead to the indictable charges after they were read to him. According to reports on the day in question, at around 20 hours, the victims were socializing at a bar when they witnessed the accused assaulting his girlfriend. They then intervened to assist the woman, and it was then that the accused armed himself with a Rambo knife and dealt the victims several stabs about their bodies before fleeing the scene. The matter was then reported to the police, and the injured persons were escorted to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation for treatment, and McLean was discharged, but Guraya remained hospitalized. The court prosecutor objected to bail being granted to the accused on the grounds of the serious nature of the offense and the fact that one of the victims is still hospitalized. The prosecutor also told the court that the police have in their possession CCTV footage of the incident. The magistrate, after listening to the facts, remanded the accused to prison until July 12, 2024 for report and disclosure. Tiana Ko reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana. Your regional news is up next.
So to tell you about my mom and how I lost her, it was a very hard reality for me.
I met Crystal through a friend who asked me to speak to her. The first time I saw her, my spirit just took a liking to her. I see Crystal as my daughter. I haven't given birth to Crystal, but I feel as if I do.
I felt alone. I got the support I needed from her.
I understand that Crystal was a lesbian. I choose to accept and embrace and love everybody. I'm a Christian, and I believe we're all God's children. God loves everyone. There was a time we all get educated enough to know that, you know what, everybody's just the same human.
She never questioned it. She just supported me right through it.
So I see her as a young woman full of potential. Crystal and every gay and lesbian person should be treated with respect in Guyana.
All the big bands, all the big names from all around the world. The return of the biggest chutney show, Clash of the Titans, June 22nd, the Guyana National Stadium, the ICC Cricket T20 World Cup weekend. This is Clash of the Titans. One big stage, one big night, over 7 big bands, over 40 artists performing June 22nd, the Guyana National Stadium. This is Clash of the Titans.
Step right into the vibrant heart of Guyana with HGPTV's freshest series, Inside Culture. Dive deep into the pulsating core of our spirited nation as we unravel the captivating stories embedded in our arts, music, sports, and beyond. A journey to nurture your soul and celebrate our rich heritage. Join us on HGPTV, where Inside Culture brings you closer to the heart and soul of Guyana, airing Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. and rebroadcasting on Sundays.
Good evening and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. Brazil's federal police have formally accused Communications Minister of passive corruption and other crimes, making him the first member of President Luiz Lula da Silva's current cabinet to face such allegations. Police investigated Philo in a probe of alleged corruption at a government-linked development agency in northeast Brazil. Philo in a statement denied any wrongdoing, calling the federal police's probe politically motivated. In Brazil, police can make accusations based on their investigations before public prosecutors present charges in court. Philo is a member of the center-right Brazil Union Party, which got key roles in Lula's cabinet as he sought to build a broader coalition to secure support in Congress, where his leftist allies are in the minority. Lula's first 2 terms as president from 2003 to 2010 were marred by graft scandals. The leftist leader himself was jailed in 2018 on corruption charges, but his conviction was later annulled by the Supreme Court. We now bring you news from Barbados. Barbados and State of Palestine formally established diplomatic relations at a ceremony at the Barbados Permanent Mission to the United Nations in New York. This move follows the April 19, 2024 decision of the government of Barbados to recognize the State of Palestine. The joint communique was signed by Ambassador and Permanent Representative of Barbados to the United Nations, Francois Jackman, and the Ambassador and Permanent Observer of the Permanent Observer Mission of the State of Palestine to the United Nations. And now for some international news. Kremlin said on Thursday there was no reason for any country, including the United States, to be worried about the presence of Russian warships in Cuba on an exercise. A Russian Navy frigate and nuclear-powered submarine turned into Havana Harbor on Wednesday, a stopover the U.S. and the Cuba said posed no threat, but which was widely seen as a Russian show of force as tensions rise over the Ukraine war. White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said there was no evidence of Russia transferring any missiles to Cuba, but that the U.S. would remain vigilant. Cuba's foreign ministry said the vessels carried no nuclear weapons, an assertion echoed by U.S. officials. I am Carice Gonzalez. Thank you for watching.
PPP is not protecting the Mohammeds, says VP Jagdeo. Government writes the IRS and the FBI seeking information. Mohammed's Cambio license revoked. We need to protect our financial system, says VP Jagdeo. And Peters Hall residents take government to court. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Interested in honoring or paying tribute to a loved one, or just making a loved one feel special? HGPTV offers you all that and more. Air your birthday greetings, death announcements, and wedding anniversaries on HGPTV today. HGPTV offers affordable prices, convenience, and great services. Call us on 220-3660 or email us at sales@hgptv.com.